Okay, so free air, 40 hertz test tone, 5 whole minutes. Let's get into this thing and see what happens, guys.
What is going on, guys? Parker here, bringing y'all another video. In today's video, per the request of Deaf Bonce, we're going to be putting one of their subs through the ultimate RMS test, the most insane RMS test that there really is. So let's get into it.
So at least a year ago, Deaf Bonce sent me this SA272, and I did a review on it. And after I did the review, they reached out to me and said, hey, Parker, we want you to try this really tough RMS test on this sub. We think it'll make it. And unfortunately, I was just so busy with this, that, and the other thing that I just never got around to it. But it is finally time, guys. So let's see if this thing can stand up to it.
This is, of course, the Apocalypse SA272. So it is a dual 2 ohm. This is a perfectly working sub. No issues whatsoever. So we're going to run a really extreme test on it. It's going to get y'all a close-up. You can see that beautiful coil they have in there. This thing was very tough. I think it has a 2.75-inch coil, and they rate this guy at 1500 watts RMS, which is really pretty good when compared to this Sundown that's also rated at 1500 RMS. This guy is, of course, just at least physically way smaller, so seems to be a pretty aggressive rating. But Deaf Bonce believes in it, so we're going to put it to the test.
When it comes to RMS tests, there are a ton of different opinions on what really makes up a true RMS test and all that. There's CEA-rated RMS testing, and then there's like musical RMS testing and test tone RMS testing and all kinds of stuff. We're not going to get into that. Usually when I do my videos, I do a musical RMS test just to see if it'll make it through a full song, run that RMS power, because your average person is not just sitting around listening to test tones. They are bumping an actual song, so that's what I do. But Deaf Bonce says they rate these things for a test tone, and they are confident that I can put this guy on a 40 hertz test tone for 5 minutes non-stop. Y'all, that is wild. That is crazy. We'll see. I don't know if it'll make it through. Either way, Deaf Bonce is an awesome brand, and they make awesome subs. But who knows, guys? We'll just see if it'll make it through this or not.
For this test, we'll be running off a Taramps Base 8K. So we'll have plenty of clean power for that 1500 watts RMS. And we have a bunch of lithium here. So again, not gonna have to really worry about anything. Now up front, I'll have my head unit on. I'll have that bass knob up front all the way up. And then over here, I've wired in another bass knob. That is back here, so I can adjust it. And of course, I've got my SMD AMM1 hooked up here, so we can see the wattage real time. Now, as the coils heat up, you're gonna see the ohms rise, which means that the power is going to drop. So me having this bass knob here, I will be able to slowly turn it up just to kind of keep track of that as it goes.
To make this test a little bit even more insane, normally you have a sub in a box. Subs are meant to be inside a box. If you have them outside a box, there's nothing really holding it back, so it'll move a lot more, and that's just a lot more detrimental to a sub. So this is going to be a free air RMS test, which is just even crazier. No, guys, definitely the toughest RMS test I have ever done. Really hope I don't blow this guy, and hope I don't blow one of these Taramps. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do for the video. Let's see what it can do. Okay, so free air, 40 hertz test tone, 5 whole minutes. Let's get into this thing and see what happens, guys.
Okay, we've got this all hooked up. Just gotta turn that on, but all I gotta do here is turn that to adjust it. Looking good, guys. So this is set to real-time power. So as I turn it up, everything is all hooked up. Got a timer over here. And of course, this will tell me if we're clipping or not, just so y'all can see that we do have clean power going to this guy. Y'all, let's start the timer. 5 minutes and start turning this guy up.
hot, though. Look at that, guys. The smoke is pouring out of there, but it made it the whole 5 minutes. Oh, that is insane. I've done a couple of these just straight test tone RMS tests before, and I made it through like 1 or 2 minutes, so this is absolutely wild. And this guy was getting hot. It was starting to stink, but it kept going. It held on to the very end, and you saw that puff of smoke come off of it when I finally turned it off. This thing was cooking. Real quick, I want to give knobconcepts.com, I believe that's right, a huge shout out for sending me this awesome bass knob. Back when I was working on my big build, I bought a RCA distribution block from them, and Steve, the owner, sent me this guy as well, and it did awesome, guys. It came in really handy for this video, just what I needed. Okay, so I think now, to really just solidify this, we gotta take this sub, put it in the box, put a few screws in it, and then play something and see if it still sounds like a normal everyday sub, or if it sounds like something got messed up during that test. Either way, this thing was a beast. I'm amazed it didn't fully blow. The sub is a teeny bit small for this hole, so not sure if it sealed 100%, so we might hear a teeny bit of air escaping, but we'll see if there's any other mechanical noises at all. So it played fine. I turned it up a little bit, and we went into protect here, guys. So let's see what that's all about. It still feels fine, but I'm gonna guess one of the coils probably fried or something. Let's turn this thing on and see what we can see. Okay, so this guy's reading 0 ohms over here, so we're not getting any impedance. Whereas this guy is reading 2 ohms, so one of the coils made it through fine, but it looks like the other coil did not make it through. So it sounded fine when I was playing it until it went into protect. I think that's because one of the coils went, so something internally probably shorted somehow, and that caused the amp to go into protect mode. Now, fortunately, it actually went into protect mode, and it didn't go up in flames like one of my MDs once did, so that's good. Hopefully, it'll be all fine when we plug it back into the other sub, but we'll find out here in a minute. Ah, there it is, guys. Okay, well, since this thing technically didn't fully make it through the full test, I cannot say it 100% passed with flying colors, but y'all, come on. This is a huge win for Deaf Bonce. This is absolutely insane. This is only a 2.75-inch coil, not a big old 3-inch coil or whatever. Y'all, that was absolutely insane. This was a ton of fun to do. Deaf Bonce did not pay me or anything like that to do this, guys. I really want to try this out for myself. Deaf Bonce, really sorry it took me this long to get to this. But, hey, it did pretty well. Maybe with the next Deaf Bonce sub that I get, I'll have to try this test out again. Well, y'all, let me know what you think. Was that insane or what? Or do you think maybe other subs should all be able to live up to that standard? In my personal opinion, that is a crazy standard to live up to, and I don't think a lot would, but who knows, guys? Let me know what other subs you want me to run this test on, and maybe I will do it. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what y'all think. I will put some affiliate links in the description below to pick up this guy if you want to grab this sub. Y'all, this is an awesome sub, and it's got kind of a smaller profile, so you can fit it a lot of places. Not a super big and heavy, bulky sub, but it sounds awesome, and it really does take that power, guys. Has been an absolute pleasure testing this thing out. Well, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. Please let me know what y'all think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out so much. More videos coming soon, guys, and as always, keep bassing on. What are you doing? What are you doing, bud?